Hi Capricorn Sun and Rising, welcome to your April 2025 Astro Update. It's Rena here. So just to let you know, I'm recording this in early March, and so I will be referencing some of the transits in March, and I'm going to just talk about them as if they're in the past tense, but they really aren't. So if you're listening in March before some of these events, understand that some things major can happen because March is a very important month in 2025. I've already done a video for your sign, or I should say like an audio for a Capricorn. So please check my channel for that. And this is a month where there's a lot of emphasis on your third and fourth houses, namely Pisces and Aries. And the connecting thing, if you could say, there's two things that connect the third and fourth houses for me. First of all, it's family. Third house can be your brothers and sisters, it can be your aunts, uncles, cousins, so it can be extended family members. And the fourth house can be your mother. Some people say the father. So parents, we'll just say, in the fourth house. And the other area is where you live. The fourth house can be your actual dwelling, and it can be, where you grew up. It can be your childhood and maybe your past, like your homeland and things like that. But the third house can be your local area. So that would be like your neighborhood, your local government, or just area. So there might be developments in these areas. I was going to say one or the other, but who knows? Maybe it'll be in both of them for some people. So I'm just going to go down the line here and talk about some of these things as they come about. So on the 7th of April, Mercury goes direct at 26 degrees of Pisces. This is falling in that third house. Mercury direct in the third house can be, if you had any kind of, I wouldn't necessarily call it disagreements, more like misunderstandings, which of course some disagreements can be caused by misunderstandings. This could right things. Now, this could be something completely different because if you have been dealing with property matters, buying or selling, then this could be things settling down with that. Third house can be like sales, business issues. Mercury can be contracts. Mercury rules the third house, so it's in its own domain here. And on the 12th, we have a full moon at 23 degrees of Libra. Now, this is another cardinal sign like Aries. This time it's the opposite sign of Aries, so it's in your 10th house of career. So that is very interesting because the 10th house of career, a full moon here could bring you a promotion, recognition, and a promotion, perhaps. Completion of a project, career, maybe something that you have worked very hard on because you've been having eclipses in Libra, and in March the solar eclipse on March 29th, that's falling in the home sector. That was the last one in that pair of eclipses. But on the same day, we have Venus going direct at 24 degrees of Pisces. So Venus, like Mercury, started off in your fourth house and went back to the third house. So Venus direct in the third house can indicate some sort of harmony, maybe with siblings. And also the third house can be neighbors. So there could be something that was going on with neighbors with your home, if you had some kind of plans with your home that you want to do, maybe remodeling or who knows. There might have been some kind of discussion you had to have with them. So those kinds of things can go together as well. And then on the 16th, Mercury goes back into Aries. So now we're going to start to see these two planets, Mercury and Venus, going back into the signs in which they began the retrograde. So that just shows you that they're progressing, that they're getting further towards the degree in which they began the retrograde. So that's on the 16th, and that's in that fourth house. So that talks about either your mother, your father, and communication with one of those parents. If you had any kind of falling out or misunderstanding, that could be what it is. The very next day on the 17th, Mars goes back into Leo. So even Mars, which had such a long retrograde and spent a lot of time in your opposite sign of Cancer, which may have been not so pleasant for some Capricorn individuals in terms of marital issues, if you had, or even like legal affairs. Now it's actually back in the 8th house where it began the retrograde. The 8th house, by the way, is other people's money. So all of this could be related. This could be like an inheritance issue that created a falling out or misunderstanding with your siblings or your one of your parents, or disagreements, or having to I think that sometimes when we talk about misunderstandings, it can be if somebody else is not being forthcoming. It's easy to misunderstand someone if they're being deceptive. So it could be something along those lines. But this may like if you've had any kind of when Mars went direct in the 7th house, you may have been able to move forward with some kind of legal matter, and now in the 8th house you have the ability to really go after what it is that you want, especially if you have felt that you were deceived and kept from this, some shared resources. And this could be like a marriage, like if you're getting divorced as well, and somebody, your soon-to-be ex withheld evidence, or whatever you want to call it, assets that you didn't know about, and it's like, oh, okay, and maybe they had to dig deep and find those things, and now it's full steam ahead in trying to get this taken care of. Because Mars can be about activity in the 8th house. It could be getting very aggressive about other people's money or shared resources. On the 19th, the sun goes into Taurus, fellow earth sign, and really this is going to be in your 5th house. So this is, first of all, it's a trine, so it's a very nice angle, but the 5th house is a really wonderful place because it's all about love and, romantic things. If you're somebody, because there's going to be a new moon here on the 27th, so if you're like in the midst of a divorce, let's say, you might be like, oh, that's too soon to find love. Remember, Uranus is still in this sector, and anything can happen, right? So you never know. Not that I personally think it's a great idea to just jump right back into the frying pan if you've gone through the fire. But it just so happens that the timing is this way, so this might be something along those lines. Um, but it could be, any kind of new creative endeavor, or just having the sun in the fifth house. The sun rules the fifth house in astrology. So it is like connected to, sun is really strongly connected to creativity, but also children. And the fifth house can be fun, can be anything that's pleasurable, anything that is, not work. And for Capricorns, you need this desperately because you tend to be workaholics. So I hope that you will take the next month to really emphasize fun in your life. On the 30th, Venus goes back into Aries. So it went back into that third house, and now Venus is back into the fourth house. And this can even be like money from a home. It could also be like if you had problems with a realtor selling your home and they screwed it up somehow and you went somewhere else. Maybe you're back in business now. Maybe you've gotten an offer. It could be something along those lines. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I have package deals. One of probably the most popular one is my deep dive reading, which is an hour of natal chart analysis, an hour of transits for the upcoming 12 months. And I also have that plus a full-length tarot reading called The Whole Enchilada. And and I have other types of readings like career and love. You can find out more information at the link below. Thanks for listening. Bye.